What's up, guys? This is DToxicz here, otherwise known as Andrew, and I am bringing you guys another Pick 10 episode today. Before I get into my class and all that kind of stuff that you guys can see here, I'd like to say a few things. First of all, I haven't uploaded in a few days, and that's because I've had a lot of projects and things like that that I've had to do for college or university, whatever you want to call it. So I'm sorry that I haven't been able to do it, but, as you guys know, school comes first. So I had to get that stuff out of the way. Now I'm back. Now I'm out of my projects and all that kind of stuff for a little bit. So now I can get back to my normal upload schedule, which is pretty much every day as it's been nowadays. Second thing, wow, 100 subscribers. This is pretty impressive. Like, it's not impressive to a lot of people because 100 subscribers nowadays is just kind of like a for most people, but like for me, like, that's 100 people that have subscribed to me to watch my content, and I'm constantly gaining 2 to 3 subscribers a day. And for a channel like mine that does so many different variety of things, Call of Duty, I can do Minecraft, I could do League of Legends, I could do so many different kinds of things. It's so impressive to have such a good audience of people, and even though it's only 100 of you guys, I love all of you guys. Thank you so much for all your support. But without further ado, let's jump into my classes out up here. As you guys can see, we're going to be jumping into my Sableye class out up here, which is my favorite Pokemon, for a fun fact for you guys. Today we're going to be looking at the Skorpion Evo, which is the last SMG. We could finally move on to I guess probably snipers will be next, unless if you guys want something else. I could do the snipers next if you guys want. But as you guys can see, we have the Skorpion Evo here with the suppressor and the laser sight, because everyone knows that the laser sight on the SMGs is really, really strong. Laser sight's really good on almost all the guns in the game. So it's just, and especially with the Skorpions, really good iron sights. There's no reason to have any kind of, sight or anything like that on this gun. So I think just giving it that better hip fire and things like that, especially with its high rate of fire, which we'll get into later, is really, really good. And then the suppressor, just that way you could stay off the radar and things like that, and you could sneak around behind people, because this gun has really, really short range, and you really need to get up in front of people's faces. So it's a really nice thing to just like be able to sneak around people and get around behind them rather than trying to confront them head on, because you might lose, especially at medium to long range gunfights. I have no secondary here, but that's to support this perk 2 greed wildcard. I really don't think this gun needs a secondary because it reloads quickly, and I think it's just overall a strong weapon that can mow people down. I have lightweight on here, and the only reason why I have lightweight is to complement the dexterity perk, is because I really want to sneak around, be a really, really good ninja. And sorry, Pulse, I'm not going to join you right now. I'm doing a commentary, damn it. And I got dexterity to complement lightweight. Just so that way I can get up, jump around, get around things faster, and all that kind of stuff. And since headsets and things like that were nerfed in this game in terms of footsteps, there's no need to have dead silence and such, and Ghost is almost useless unless if you're moving around. Then I have Scavenger and Toughness. Toughness because this is a lower damage SMG, so I find that even though it has a faster fire rate, that you lose gunfights a lot, especially head-to-head gunfights, and Toughness just gives you that extra edge. And then Scavenger, because of its fast fire rate, you're running out of ammo really quickly. C4, because C4 is a really, really strong equipment in this game. Personally, it's better than grenades. It's really kind of like whatever you want, whether or not you want C4, Semtex, grenades, whatever, but I enjoy C4 most recently because of my objective playstyle, and then a concussion grenade just for that added annoyance for the enemy team. So without further ado, guys, we're going to jump right into the gameplay here, learn more about the in-depth details on this gun as well as what I feel about this gun. See you guys in a moment. Okay, guys, now that we're in the gameplay, quick note actually on the gameplay, it's going to be a little bit glitchy because this was from a little while ago, so that's why, like, in the beginning the HUD's like all messed up, like there's no UAV and all that kind of stuff in there. I'm sorry the gameplay's a little bit messed up, but I think it's really entertaining. It really shows the strengths of this gun and all this kind of stuff. I did cut out towards the end of it because towards the end of the gameplay it started to get a little bit dry. I just started running around looking for people because people started leaving the game and everything like that, because I was just too much of a beast for them to handle. So they just decided to leave the game, so I had to cut out the end of it and all the boring parts and all that kind of stuff, and also to keep it shorter so that way you guys don't hear me rambling on all the time, but I probably will do that anyway. Alright, let's get into some of the in-depth details on this gun. The damage on the Skorpion Evo is 33 damage up close to 18 damage at a distance. What this means is that it's going to be a 4 to 6 shot kill. The headshot multiplier in this gun is only 1x. Now what that means is that most of the other guns in this game, you're going to have like a 1.1 or a 1.2x multiplier, which obviously gives you more damage when you shoot them in the head. The Skorpion Evo does not get more damage when you shoot them in the head. It only has a 1x multiplier, so it does not change the damage, so it's always crucial just to go for body shots with this gun because it's not worth the loss of accuracy trying to go for headshots, unless if you're trying to go for a challenge or anything like that. The rate of fire on this gun, which is what makes this gun so good, it has the fastest firing rate of fire out of all the SMGs, just standard. Keep in mind, just standard. I'll get in a second about a rapid fire. It is 1200 RPM, guys. Fully automatic. That's insane. That is a huge rate of fire. That's extremely high. It's the fastest rate of fire out of all the guns, and I'll just give you the idea behind it. When you put the Vector and the MP7, when you put rapid fire on those guns, it only goes up to 1200 RPM. So they're, with rapid fire, those guns are hitting just the normal Skorpion rapid fire. I mean, the normal Skorpion rate of fire, excuse me. If you're going to put rapid fire on this gun and try to be some sort of beast that's just going to spray and pray constantly, it's going to go up to 1800 rounds per minute. Which, if you guys don't know, from Modern Warfare 3, that is almost the same rate of fire as both FMG9 Akimbos put together. That is an insane rate of fire, but obviously with most rapid fire guns, I don't recommend it because of the massive range reduction that it gives and the recoil increase, and you guys have heard it before. So only use rapid fire on this gun if you feel like spraying like an absolute madman. The range on this gun at a 4-shot kill is going to be up to 8 meters, which is the lowest range SMG. So 8 meters is... I'm trying to think of a good estimate to give you guys in terms of the distance. I can't really think of one right now, but just know it's an extremely short range. It's the shortest range out of all the SMGs, so you're pretty much only going to get 4-shot kills when you're like right up in their face. That distance right there that I just killed that guy, that's probably like a good estimate of like 8 meters. That's probably a good estimate. It has extremely high recoil. It has the highest recoil out of all the SMGs, but I find it to be easily controlled because it seems to be all up and down recoil and a little bit of like up to the right. So I find it easy to control, but it does have very high recoil. Now let's get into some of my personal feelings about this weapon. Personally, I think that this is the best SMG in the game other than the Vector. This SMG provides for the this SMG provides for me the ability to run around, spray and pray at hipfire, and mow people down without much thought at all. Like, the Vector has a fast rate of fire, don't get me wrong, and it's fun to mow people down with that gun, but the damage on that gun is small enough, is minuscule enough as it is, and it has a lower rate of fire than the Skorpion. So basically, just think of the Vector with a faster rate of fire, and you're just going to go around and mow people down with it. I really enjoy this gun. I love the Skorpion Evo. I do have a hard time using it, though, because the maps in Black Ops 2 seem to really differ in terms of, like, ranges. So, Suchon Express here, you have a lot of close-range engagements, especially around in the area that I'm running around in right now. But as you move towards the other side of the trains, on the other side of the tracks, where I'm going right now, you're going to hit some longer ranges, and you're not going to be able to kill people with this gun unless if they're, like, really right in front of you. So, I mean, that's why when I was saying in the class setup that you really want to be tactical about how you go about using this gun. You want to try to be stealthy, shoot people in the back, as I just showed there as an example. I mean, it's a really, really strong gun. I really enjoy it, especially with the laser sight and the suppressor, just because of the hip fire and all that kind of stuff that comes along with it. But it does get outclassed a lot, especially in Black Ops 2, where there's a lot of medium range maps and things like that, where, you know, the PDW, the MSMC, and all those guns, like, they really reign supreme because they have low recoil, you know, pretty fast fire rates, and, you know, the damage on them is pretty darn good, especially for an SMG in the range. I mean, as you guys just saw there, I got picked off, you know, trying to shoot a guy at a long distance, and, you know, I got killed for it. Even though it looked like I should have killed him, I had the upper hand on him in the gunfight the whole time, I just couldn't do it, because this gun doesn't have that range. So, that's pretty much just how I feel about this gun. I do really enjoy it. I really think it does have its, you know, its really, really strong benefits, but it also has its, you know, it has its downsides to it. So it's a really situational gun to use. It's not something that I would recommend like someone to only use because you're really not going to be able to get much to it. But that's going to be the end of the gameplay here, guys, and I'm going to be out of time. So I'd like to thank you guys so much for watching. Thank you guys so much for 100 subscribers, and I will be seeing you guys next time.
Solid execution. Good job.